Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's up? Got 17 people in the building. Hit those thumbs up. I appreciate it. It's been a minute. Just had a whole lot going on. Haven't been able to get on here. What's up, everybody? I see you. Cordrick Ashley, what's going on? The Detailing. Family Enterprise Detailing. Z Customs. William Smith, what's up? Yep, I'm back in the building. What's going on? William Smith, what's up? Rico, Callis Auto Detailing. Kings Deluxe, I see you. Yeah, get my likes up. I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button. Taj Clark, I see you, man. What's going on? I appreciate you guys for stopping by, man. Y'all don't have to be here. Y'all could be anywhere else, but y'all here with me for a quick second. I appreciate it. I probably throw my glasses on. Cortez Hopkins, I see you. What's up? What's Sahara does? Uh-huh. It's right there. That's the dust? I thought that was just the sunlight. No, that's the dust. That's the damn sunlight thing from the sunlight. Hey, y'all get out of here, man. Toronto, Canada in the building. HM Auto Detailing. What's going on? Man, it's been a minute, y'all. Moses Joyner, what's going on? Man, it's been a minute, man. I hadn't had time, really, to do really anything, man. Uh, and then on top of that, it was like hard to make time. It's one thing after the other, after the other, after the other, man. FNL Detailing, I see you, Fred. What's going on? It's one thing after the other, man. I just hadn't just non-stop from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. So, but I'm gonna start putting out videos soon, man. I got one that I did that I recorded maybe a couple of months back. I'll put that out, and I'll mix that with that. I'll mix that video with the more current, uh, with some more current footage. Put it out. Got a surprise for you guys. Uh, that'll be in the video coming up soon. So probably by the end of, I'll say, be looking for the end of this week to like the middle of next week. So I said, from what's today? Today is Wednesday. So say start looking at it from Saturday. Between Saturday and Wednesday, I should have it. I should have it done. So I want y'all to tune in for that video because y'all gonna really like that one. I'm really excited to even edit it. Like, I hadn't even turned on my computer in, man, maybe about 50 days, 60 days. I hadn't turned on my computer, and I turned it on just now. And it's update, so I can't even look at the internet while I'm talking to you guys. But anyway, we got 18 people. We got 19 people in the building. I'm just getting started with what we got. I would like to wait for a little more to get in, but it is what it is. But anyway, y'all see the title, and the title of the picture, I just do that to draw y'all in. It's not really about money, and it's not really about how much money are you worth or how much your details are worth. I mean, it is, but it isn't at the same time. I try to go more deeper into that. I'm a thinker, and I'm always trying to train my subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind does things without you even thinking. It's the things that you say, the things that you do, and sometimes you be like, why did I say that? Why did I do that? That's your subconscious mind. Or your unconscious mind, whatever, however you want to say it. But remember, if you guys have been watching me for way back, 2-3 years ago when I was going live, 215, I see you. And I would say, be careful about what you say. Be careful about how you word things, because what happens is, when you start doing something, your subconscious mind records it and stores it, and it holds on to it, and it's hard to retrain your subconscious mind. And I used to tell you, guys, don't say things, even if you're a part-time business, or even if your business is not making a lot of money, never say my side hustle or my little business. Oh, I got a little business. I remember the other day, I said that for the first time in years. Yeah, I got a little business. I'm just like, ah. And like I said, it's hard to retrain your subconscious mind. And I'm being conscious of that. A lot of people, uh, they complain about this. They want to make more money. They complain about the price. They complain about customers trying to lowball and all this type of stuff. And my thing is, people say they want to get paid what they're worth. And that's fine. You're worth it. And let me tell you how sometimes I'm able to see that. If somebody can talk you down, off your price, then in your subconscious mind, deep down in your heart, you feel that you ain't worth it. That's just how I feel about it. If you're scared to talk to people, you know how some people go and park at a parking lot, or park at a gas station, or park somewhere and just hope somebody pulls up and say, how much do you charge? Or you know, to me, that, and I know that's a way. I know that's a way of getting customers. And I'm not talking about posting up to get customers. And you're posting up every weekend, every weekend. If you got it, to me, if you have a goal, and I'm talking about mobile detailers, I'm not talking about people who are, who have a shop or do it in their driveway or whatever they do. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people that are mobile and they're afraid to advertise or they don't want to put money into advertising and they want people to come to them instead of them advertising and reaching those people and going out to different neighborhoods and touching bases with these different people, putting themselves on Google, getting, that's what I'm talking about. Some people, they don't feel like they're really worth it. You're afraid to change your prices. You're afraid to move them up. Some people say, well, nobody's going to pay that price. Trust me. The thing is put things in proper perspective. Always try to elevate your perspective. You may have a certain perspective because of your experience or what you think. But try to elevate that perspective by thinking logically, thinking about different things. Like there's been times where I've been out and I've been, doing cars or whatever. I'm at an appointment doing a car, and lady pulls up, nice vehicle, nice. I can remember this vividly. She had an Audi. It was either Audi A4. I think it was an Audi A4 or Audi A6, and it was nice. It was clean. She pulls up. How much do you charge? And I might have been charging $45 for in and out, wash, wipe down, vac, and tell her 45. And she said, okay, all right. And she was like, that's a little too high, don't you think? And I'm like, no. But I didn't explain it to her. I just told her no. But here's my thought process. You're in an Audi. It was brand new, so I know you had to pay at least. I don't know how much an A4 on you. If somebody want to look that up for me real quick, but I know at least 30,000. So you telling me you got a $30,000 vehicle, but you don't have $45 to get it clean? And my price for that same package now is $65, but $45. And even at $65, I have people saying the same thing. That's too high, but I don't care. You have to look at it this way. When you go into Best Buy has value. A part of their value is having good quality products, having good warranties. They stand behind their products. If you bring it back within 30 days, you get your money back. Best Buy is known for selling good products. Now they may have a few things in there that's out of their control, but for the most part, they sell good products. They can care less. They're gonna run a sale or they're not. It's gonna be this price or that price. So when you go in that store, you're not gonna even argue with them. Most people when they go in the store, if they can't afford it, then guess what? They're not gonna even go in the store. But the thing is that you have other people in the business over the years that has, they charge $10, $15, and that's outside our control. They charge these cheap prices, and so when they see another detailer, they think that oh, all of them gonna be the same. All of them gonna charge $10, $15. I'm gonna be able to talk all of them down. But are you worth it? That comes from you, from within. I don't care about you, and I'm just keeping it real. I don't care about your rig. I don't care about your pressure washers. I don't care about your chemicals. I don't care how much money you spend on your insurance. I don't care about none of that. And the customers don't care either. They don't care. So if somebody tells me, if somebody says, hey, somebody pulls up and say, hey, I need, how much would you charge to do a wash and wax on my Mustang? I'm gonna tell them $110. $110. It's gonna take me less than an hour to wash, clay, and wax that car. And wow, that's too much. You know what I tell them? I understand. When they say that's me showing my value because I know, and the reason why I know I'm valuable because 10 people before you paid that price, and 10 people after you're gonna pay that price. You understand what I'm saying? So one person sitting there saying, "Oh, that's too high," or "I know somebody that can do it for 50. I know somebody that can do it for 20." When I say that and they're not with it, that if they're not saying when can you do it, let's schedule an appointment. There's nothing else for me to talk about with them. That's how I show my value, and that's how I know I'm valuable. I know I'm valuable because I've had countless people pay those prices. You see what I'm saying? So if somebody can talk you down half your price, deep down inside, you don't feel like you're worth it. That's just how I feel. You don't feel like you're worth it if somebody can talk you down your price. You see what I'm saying? So I don't care if your price is 20, 30, 40, 50, I don't care what your price is. Whatever your price is, that's what it is. Everybody has to start from somewhere. Some people have cheaper prices because they're trying to get in the game. They're trying to get their feet wet. I understand that. Listen, I'm telling you guys, go back, watch my videos. I was at 20 bucks. I was at 25 bucks, 30 bucks for an inside and out maintenance detail. And I'm talking about I'm wiping the vehicle down. I'm wiping it, I'm wiping the interior down. I was even getting up little small stains, all for that $20. And some of those cars was trashed, and I was still getting them clean, and I didn't complain. I didn't complain. Now when I got home or when I'm driving back, while I'm doing the job, I would tell myself, "Dang, I should have got more for that job." Especially when they didn't give you a tip. I felt like, wow, I should have got more for that job. So slowly but surely, I raised my price. I went from 25, 20 to 25 to 30 to 35, and I just kept raising my price. And I just kept doing it. And what happened is, yeah, did some people stop calling me? Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. And guess what? It made room for the people at the new price. It made room for people because what happens is when you stick into that same group or that same demographic and you're not elevating and you're not trying to grow, what's going to happen is you're missing out on all these other people because you're busy doing cars. Let's say you get 5 cars at 20 bucks or 25 bucks. And let's say 2 of them are in good condition, the rest of them are trash. Those 2 cars, those 5 cars are literally going to take you all day. They're gonna literally take all day. And you come home with $100. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to say, I need to raise my prices. And what's gonna happen is you're never gonna get to those other people because you're busy with this. You know what I'm saying? You only should stay at that phase for maybe a short period of time. I'm gonna say 3 to 4 months. That's enough to get you some reviews, to get you some practice. You know, the best thing to do is those group washes. If you want to charge lower prices, do those group washes. And what'll happen is it'll be the same. You'll be doing the same cars over and over and over again. Every now and again, you might get a trash car, but you have a disclaimer that trash cars, heavily stored vehicles, will be an additional charge. Pet hair, additional charge. What's going on, Strong Freak? I see A&R. You put that in the disclaimer so you won't just get ripped off too bad. But what happens is when you doing those cars, you're learning cars. You're starting to learn different cars. If the seats flip over, if the seats come out, different compartments, you start learning them. And that's what happened with me. I mean, it seemed when I did the group watch, it seemed like my game. I got better because I was doing more cars, doing multiple cars a day, and I started learning how to go through a trash car, like go right through it, like different tricks, air gunning, drill brushing, a leaf blower, like going through cars and getting them done. And so, but what starts to happen is when you focusing on those cheaper clients, yet it's going to be hard to get to those other clients. And believe it or not, I've been told by customers when I first started that your prices are too low. When I got in those high end areas, a lady told me literally, she said, if I didn't know you, your prices, I wouldn't take you seriously. I would think that you're not going to do a good job. She said, this looks like somebody that's doing a side hustle and they just want a couple of dollars for beer money and they're just going to, they're not going to do a good job. Trust me, people with money expect things to be expensive. I don't know how many times I gave somebody a price and they said, are you sure? When I got in those high end areas. Are you sure? Okay, well, how about I give you 100, which would be double what you're asking for. So are you really worth it? Ask yourself that question. Ask yourself that question. And if you're scared to talk to people, you scared to get out there and do stuff, maybe you feel like you're not worth it. So go out there and get some small wins under your belt. Get good at what you do. And as time go along, your confidence will grow. That's one thing I never do. I never explain my prices to anybody. I don't care who it is. Think about it. You go to any store, go to any store, any chain store, Target, Walmart, Best Buy. What's another one? Academy Sports. You go to these stores, Harbor Freight, whatever. They got a price, that's the price. Nobody's gonna go in there and argue with the price. These people see that these people see that, oh, you got a van, you got a water tank hanging out your van, you got an old van. Even if you got something nice, they don't care. You can have nice stuff, they don't care. You the car wash guy. You need money. He's probably doing this on the side. He's probably doing it part-time. He'll do it for 20. That's what they're thinking. How much you charge? This is the first thing for this vehicle? Yeah. What you want? You want any shampoo and waxing? Yeah, I need everything. Yeah, man, it'll be 200. 200? Yes, sir, 200. You know what? Hold on, let me give you a card. All the information's on the back. Hey, think about it and let me know. That's it. I'm not going back with, oh man, I got to pay insurance. I gotta pay for my water. I gotta pay for if my truck breaks down. I gotta pay for that. I gotta pay for chemicals. Look at all this equipment. I come to you, blah blah blah. They see all that. They see that. There's no need. Ain't got to say nothing. Just think about it. Louis Vuitton sell itself. When the last time you seen a Louis Vuitton commercial? I'll wait. When the last time you seen a Gucci commercial? When the last time you seen it? It sells itself. They got good quality products. They sell it at a high-end price. Only the wealthy is buying it. And the people that are not wealthy are saving up money or selling dope or doing whatever they have to do to get it. And they know that. They just put the stuff out there. Either you gonna buy it or you ain't. And just to keep, I'm in Mississippi, we don't have a Gucci store or a Louis Vuitton store. So the closest one to me, I think, is either like that. No. The closest one is probably New Orleans or Memphis is the closest one to me, or Atlanta. And what's going on, Mike? But when I go to Atlanta and we go to the mall, When I go in that mall, I don't go in that store. I don't go in Louis Vuitton for what? I'm not ready to spend 1,000, 2,000, or whatever. I'm not willing. I'm not ready to spend that. So I don't go in there. I'm not going to even waste their time. They never have sales. I know someone told me they have sales. I've never seen Gucci, Louis, any of those high-end stuff on sale ever in my life. On sale, never. And if it's on sale, it's probably fake. Never seen the stuff on sale. And do you see them explaining anything? No. Oh man, that's too high. They're gonna smile. The clerk's gonna smile at you. They don't care. Because after you walk in there and say it's too high, somebody gonna go up in there and buy something, and it'll be their third purchase that month in that store. They don't care. Right. Right. You're gonna have to have at least, a belt in there is like anywhere from 400. It might be a little cheaper than there, but I'm gonna say 400 and up. Maybe 300 and up. A belt. You see what I'm saying? And they don't explain their prices. So don't explain your prices to anybody. Don't argue with anybody. Don't get upset. Don't get upset. Everybody can't afford it. Just everybody can't afford it, or they're not willing to pay it. Your job is to find the people that willing to pay, and be able to be found by the people that's willing to pay your prices, by advertising, by putting yourself on all these social media platforms, by putting yourself on all these internet platforms to where you can be found, to where you can be found. And you're going to start to see that people are looking for you. I scheduled 2 appointments today. People looking for you. They're looking for you, you know? So make sure that when you're out here, and, and they're trying to do the best that you can, that you try to use all forms of advertising, Um, some people say Facebook doesn't work for them. It does. You know, again, stop going back and forth with these people. If you have to negotiate your prices, you are in the wrong area. If you're mobile, you need to be mobile. You need to be going to the areas that can afford your prices. That's how it is. You need to be mobile. Don't be afraid to go mobile. If you got a mobile set up, go mobile. Stop sitting at one location waiting on people to come to you. Right. And I think it's fear. That's what I think. I think it's fear, and you don't feel like you're worth it. I'm not talking about if you got a shop and all that type of stuff. I'm not talking about that. But if you are mobile, you have the ability to go mobile, you know, that's the best thing in the world, because if you in this area and this area, well, I'm gonna just say this: being mobile allows you to be able to go to areas where people are not gonna argue with your prices. And a respectable person, let's say a respectable person that doesn't want to pay your prices, if they don't want to pay your prices, if they think it's too expensive, or if they can't afford your prices, they'll be respectful and just say, okay, thank you. and that's it. You know, everybody has financial situations, financial problems. Everybody. A lot of people are going through it right now. Everybody has it. So, you know, people can't afford it. They just can't afford it. That's life. It's business. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. Even if somebody's not satisfied with your work, don't take it personal. Do your best to try to fix it. And if that doesn't work, oh well, you know, you move on. You learn from it. You learn from it and you move on. Period. You know, you can't control what that person did. You can't control what they did or what they said or how mean they was. You can't control that. The only thing you can control is what you did in the moment and what you can do moving forward. I give y'all an example. My situation. I was this longer, but lady had she had a Tahoe. It was either a Yukon or a Tahoe. So, you know, big shit, big General Motors SUV. And she said she wanted it shampooed and washed and waxed and all that. I said, oh, that's a full details, like one of my first full details. I'm like, oh, I was all excited about it. And she she said she wanted it waxed and this. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I I did the job. I went inside the car and shampooed, drill brushed, pulled up water and got the headliners and interior dressing, the whole nine. Got outside, clayed the car, waxed it, had my little Harbor Freight polish out there. I'm doing my thing. And she looks at me and she smiles. At the time I was on the phone. I was on the phone while I was when I was talking with her, and my mind was somewhere else, and I wasn't paying attention because I like to look at people's facial expressions. Sometimes people can tell you one thing, but their facial expressions say another, and I didn't pay attention to that. And she was like, "Oh, great job! This, that." She gave me the money. Oh, thank you, and everything was good. Well, her daughter was actually my client, and I was, she recommended me to her mother, and so when she got done, I mean, when I later on that evening, or maybe the next day, I get a text message from my daughter saying that her mother wasn't happy with the detail, that the car had water spots on it, and I didn't get rid of the water spots. Well, what happened is the car, I think she parks the car in the driveway, and she might have a sprinkler system, and the sprinkler system just hits the car all the time, and the water spots they're just there. And I saw the water spots when I was doing the car, but at the time, like I'm better now, but at the time, I didn't ask her questions. I just whatever she told me she wanted, that's what I did. You see what I'm saying? I didn't ask her that she want the water spots removed. That there's going to be that wax, and the buffing pad is not going to get rid of water spots. It's going to have to be a total different process. I didn't ask her questions. I didn't, and I didn't pick up on her body language and see this is. And she could have told me herself. Now here's the thing. At the time, my mindset was, well, why she tell me everything was good, and she could have told me. And then I offered to come. I told her daughter, look, I'll come back and I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I won't even charge you anything. And the daughter was like, no, don't worry about it. I think her mom's a certain way about her, so her daughter just wanted me to avoid that because I still would do the daughter's car. I still would do the daughter's cars and everything, but I guess she was just like her mom is a certain type of way, so she just didn't want me to go through that again. So I'm like, okay, cool, but I'm not giving you the money back, but uh, I will go and try to correct the problem. Well, this is where I messed up. Now I could talk about what she did. She didn't tell me that she wanted the water removed. Okay. That's her fault. It is. But I'm the professional. I'm the business. So I should have asked her, is there any reason do you want your car waxed? These water spots you see, do you want those removed? Because wax is not gonna. I could have educated her that wax is not gonna remove that. Wax is just a protectant. It doesn't remove scratches or anything like that. And that's what I should have did. So now, like when people call me and they say, "Yeah, I want my car detailed," and they just be so general, and I say, "Okay, this is what I ask them: do you need any waxing? Do you need any shampooing? You have any scratches on the vehicle? You want scratches removed? Is that why you want it buffed? Because when people use the word buff, when they use that word buff, it usually means they want to get rid of scratches. But they don't tell. Sometimes they don't tell you that. I also asked them, is there something in the vehicle that's bothering you? Because I've had people pick packages, and when I get to the car is immaculate. You know, I mean, it needs to be clean, but it's not. When immaculate shouldn't be the word I use, but the package don't fit the condition of the car. It needs to go with a lower package. So I asked them, is there anything in this vehicle that's bothering you? And sometimes they was like, oh, I picked this package because I saw it had headlight restoration, or I picked this package because I see you clean the headline and my headline is dirty. And how many times we forget to look up? How many times you did a whole car and you forgot to look up and it was dirt up there? So the thing is that you want to ask these people questions. And I ask these people a series of questions to where that mistake won't happen again, or I'm gonna limit it from happening, try to limit it from happening again, because it's not gonna be mistake proof. Things are gonna happen, miscommunication is gonna happen. But every time it happens, you want to make sure that you are able to, come up with a solution so it won't happen again. You understand what I'm saying? So me, like I said, I should have asked her. Yo, you got water spots. And I don't know why I didn't ask her. Like that would have been, I don't know why, but my mind was somewhere. Well, you know what? I wasn't asking questions like that back then. But now, that's the first thing I ask. You need any shampooing? You need any waxing? So when they say that, okay, it goes from maintenance detail or standard detail to full detail when they say yes to that question. Then I know, and then we can cut to the chase and not do all this talk and all this back and forth. No confusion, less, because the more you talk, sometimes you can confuse people. So, so yeah, so that's what I do now. I make sure that I ask different questions. When I come on scene, when I arrive on scene, I come and we do a walk around with the customer. And I say, hey, is there anything in the vehicle that's bothering you? Anything on outside the vehicle that's bothering you? Because sometimes people call you because they be like, you're a professional, you're gonna do everything. And they're not realizing that there are different packages and there are different, prices, and some people just not educated on detailing, so they don't know. So it's up to you to come up with a solution, not to have this whole, you don't want to go out there and try to, educate them on the ins and outs of detailing. You just want to educate them on their vehicle, get in and get out and get your money and get on out of there. And read your comments. Okay. Somebody asked the question. Let me see. What do you do for Facebook ads? What do you say to get more leads coming in? Well, the thing is that a lot of this stuff that you're gonna probably have to do on your own and learn for yourself. I've had the pleasure, to learn how to make videos and edit videos. I was self-taught. Uh, I just one day I just started. I just bought me a camera from one. Matter of fact, one of my customers was a photographer. This was 2015, 5 years ago. Uh, actually, actually, this month makes 5 years I've been doing YouTube. But 5 years ago, uh, one of my customers, he was a photographer, and he was showing me, me and him have something in common. So like we was talking, and he trusted me because when he first met me, he saw that we had things in common. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you don't. But we had something in common, and he, he trusted me. So like he would invite me in and show me things and show me what he was into. We would have conversations, like deep conversations. And he showed me that he was a photographer, and this is what he really wanted to do. Like he didn't want to work no more. He wanted to, be a photographer for a living. So he showed me all these different cameras and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, so I'm asking questions because I was already thinking about doing the YouTube thing. Ended up buying a camera from him. And I started recording. Now, when I first started, it wasn't that good. The editing wasn't that good. Music wasn't that good, but I got better and better. I started looking at other YouTubers, and I started copying their style until I could put my style into it. You see what I'm saying? You got to get it from somewhere, And, so, but to answer your question, I was so good. I mean, I got better at doing videos, so I would put videos, and I think the videos would catch them because I would make it like a minute long, and I would show kind of things they never seen before. Like most of your customers never seen the drill brush, most of your customers never seen the steamer and the foam can and all that stuff. So I would do the wow effect, and that will make you watch, and then they'll how much and stuff like that. So it wasn't something that I really would say. It was what I did. I would put ads. But see, the thing about it is you can use Facebook in other ways. It's not just running ads. You got a lot of Facebook groups. You got a lot of soccer mom communities. You got a lot of neighborhood communities. Um, and you have a lot of customers that are on Facebook. Now, this is something that I don't give for free, but I'm gonna give for free today. Because usually, um, if you really want to know how to do this detailing thing on the business side, uh, I do consultations and I charge for that. And but I'm gonna give this one for free, and I probably already gave y'all this one before, but I'm not gonna give too much stuff for free. But I'm gonna give y'all this. If you guys are not computer literate, computer savvy, you need to become computer literate and computer savvy. Stop using that excuse because it's not hard. If you got kids, your kids can teach you all this stuff within a couple of days. As far as Facebook, getting on there, making a post. And then the more and more you play around with it, the better and better you get. Because Facebook updates. And if you don't keep up with it when it updates, if you do one post a year and Facebook updates, then it's going to be a little different. And then you're going to be lost and you got to relearn again. So if you stick with it. But there are other ways to use Facebook. You don't have to run ads. Ads is just the quickest way. You spend a little money, you get to reach a lot of people. But you have these little Facebook communities, and you can get. And the thing is that you can join them. Here we got like a community for businesses, for businesses on on Facebook. You got these little communities, and it's here is my county. So it's only business owners on here can promote, and you got other people that are on there that don't own businesses, but only business people can promote, and they know who has a business and who doesn't have a business. So what they do is, if somebody on there say I'm gonna search for this, she'll recommend, the people that she knows, and she'll put it out there. I've been able to get work that way. Another way, this is the one I'll tell y'all. Every time you do somebody's car, every time I don't, you know, every time you do somebody's yard or car, whatever, get their Facebook information. Hey, hey, are you on Facebook? Yeah. Oh, what's your name? Type their name in. I'm sending you a friend request. This is me. I'm sending it to you right now. Then they accept it. Okay. You know what you just did? Now you in that network. You see what I'm saying? Now you in that network. So check this out. So you just did their car, right? You just did a before and after. Take some before and after pictures. Post their car on your page. Tag them in the video or the picture, and watch what happens. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to work every time. The thing is that there are different ways to advertise, and you should use multiple. You know, just like you say, oh, I got to make multiple streams of income. Y'all love saying that, but you gotta use multiple ways of advertising. Word of mouth is one. You know, don't just rely on one. I rely on word of mouth, you know, Facebook, Instagram, all of it. I rely on all of it. And sometimes I may not get nothing from Facebook for months. And then one day, boom, I get a job. Oh, who recommended you? Oh, this lady on Facebook, the Facebook group recommended you. I get that all the time. Who? Who? What's her name? And I'm like, and I got to go back. Oh, yeah, I remember her. You see what I'm saying? I did a lady's car some months back. Uh, she was an advertiser. That's what she did for a living. And she was telling me something about like how they she I forgot what they call it, but basically they'll just mail your stuff out to 10,000 houses. It might cost you $1,500, and she said that stuff works. You know, I'll give it a shot one day, but I don't think I'll do it no time soon because I don't have to spend $1,500 to get. But you got to be prepared. If you're gonna do that, you got to be prepared to fill that demand. But anyway, but again, that's a way that you can advertise on Facebook. It's just not running ads. There's so many ways that you can do it, and that's a good way of doing it because, especially women, when women see another woman get something, it makes them want it. I don't know what I'm telling you, it works every time. It makes them want it. And then, oh, I want you to do my car like you did such and such car, and then boom, there it is. So that's the way you got to do that. Oh, that's a good question. How does one ensure you're not spending too much time on one job? Well, the thing is, man, you first starting out, you're gonna be a little slow, and some cars are just gonna take a long time. Don't get caught up on time. Don't get caught up on on how long it's taking you. Don't get caught up on that. Just do it as quickly as you can. Give them the best work, the best quality that you can, in the the quickest that you can. If that's 4 hours, that's 5 hours. Oh well. The thing is that you always want to give them their expectations. You don't want them to come up with their own expectations. You want to give them their expectations. And I know that sounds crazy, but what I mean by that is, let's say like, okay, yeah, that's gonna take time. Oh, you want me to paint correct your car? That's going to take time. That's gonna take. How long is it gonna take? You let them know when you're setting up the appointment. It's going to take at least 4 hours, at least 5 hours or more. Let them know that. That way they can say, okay, let's schedule on this day where I can have time, or I don't have anything to do, or I got another car I can use. You know, they know it's gonna take that long. So they expectations, they expect it to be that long. So you don't have to worry about, a customer, you don't have to worry about a customer, looking at you like, oh, I gotta go. Or if you worried about how much you're getting paid, you're worried about, okay, time is money type thing. Is that what you're referring to? So it is what it is. It's gonna take longer when you first get started. As time go on, you're gonna get faster. So just don't worry about that. That's the least of your worries. Customers will understand. If they got a dirty vehicle, they understand it's gonna take time. Yeah, shouts out to the new wave. I see you, Angel. Figure out how long a full detail costs per type of car, sedan, SUV, large truck. Determine how much money you want. I strive for 30 to 50 an hour. I mean, come up with something. And see, and I like that. I like what Mark said. He's coming up. That's a plan. He's coming up with a plan. He's coming up with a goal. And if 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 the goal if he says, okay, well, this was my goal, it didn't work out, let me update this plan. You see what I'm saying? You can have a bad plan and still have some success. But if you have no plan, you're not gonna have no success. You see what I'm saying? You can have a bad plan. And the thing about it is, if you work a bad plan, if you implement a bad plan, you're gonna know it's bad. You see what I'm saying? But if you don't have no plan at all, you get what I'm saying? So I'd rather you have a bad plan and work towards something. I mean, that's a goal, and I like that. That's how you do it. What's going on, Mike? I see Mike Buffershire. I see. Are you welcome? I see. Direct approach. That's okay. Direct approaches are okay. Um, you're gonna have to do something when you first start. Like when you first start, you're gonna have to do stuff like that. You got to get something shaking. That's why I said in the beginning, like, pulling up at a gas station, or, pulling up at a parking lot and washing a car and try to get, people driving by to stop and get their cars washed. You got to get something shaken. I understand that. Once you get established, you shouldn't be pulling up at parking lots anymore. You shouldn't be pulling up at gas stations anymore if you're mobile. Now, if you have a shop and your shop is at the gas station, or your shop is there, okay, that's a different thing. But if you're mobile, you should want to have to go to your clients, not them come to you. That's the convenience factor. You're losing the convenience factor at that point now. Because now you're gonna have set out chairs out there. They're gonna be sitting out there in the sun. Bugs be flying around. Come on. It's just not. I just It's gonna be a lot of cheap detailing going on. You know, and you don't want to stay those cheap prices very long, because you're gonna run out of money and run out of business pretty much. But the direct approach is okay. I did that in the beginning. I will go into place and leave my flyers. I did all that in the beginning. Victor One Lawn Care, I see you. Well, how to reward myself? I mean, it's me personally. A lot of things for myself, like personal things. If you're talking about, I really don't buy a lot of things for myself. Uh, Now I'm gonna tell y'all, man. Like, I'm, I'll be 42 this year. So, my teens, my 20s, my 30s, I had a good time. Like, I bought a lot of stuff. I was into the cars. I was all into everything, all into that stuff. Uh, I spent money on frivolous stuff, stuff that wasn't worth anything. Spent a lot of money. So, I think I got all of it out of my system. My mindset now is I have I have goals for the future that's like a long way from now, and everything that I do, I try my best to think, is it going to help me get to my goal? Is it going to help my goal? And if it doesn't help my goal, if it's not something that I need, I generally don't do it. But I'll reward myself with something. You know, I just haven't done it in a while, but I'll reward myself with something, in the future. But I don't really think about stuff like that because I got it out my system a long time ago, and it doesn't. It has no value. It only makes me feel good for a little while, and then I don't even have time to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have time to enjoy it. I don't even have time. Like I got me one of those little smartwatches. I don't even know how to work it because I haven't even sat there and I don't even have time to play with it, man. I'm working all the time. Only thing I do is I look at the notifications and I answer my phone from it. But other than that, I don't even know how all that it can do. I know Ashley can show me everything it does. So I just ask him when if I don't feel like figuring it out myself. But no, man. What I do is this is my mindset. When January hit, like when January hit, I'm like, okay. The beginning of the year, I'm like, okay, I gotta save a nest egg because you know what? November, December, January, February is coming, and I need to have money for those months just in case you have one of those bad winters where it rains a lot, or you guys up north it snows a lot, and you got weeks and weeks with no work. I'm saving for. That's how I'm thinking. You see what I'm saying? Uh, Been there, done that. Started my business, did save for the winter, struggled through the winter. I'm not ever doing that again. So that's my mindset. I don't, I save. I try to save as much as I can. Um, I have a fund that I save for to invest. And what I mean by invest, if I have an idea, some business idea or anything, I'll have the money for that. I have a savings account that I don't touch. I have an emergency fund. I have an emergency fund, so if something break down, I got the money already right there. So that's and once I'm saving, putting money in all those different things, I pretty much don't have nothing to buy for myself anyway. You know what I'm saying? And that's why another thing, that's why a lot of you guys, I know y'all be wondering why won't you buy this, or why won't you buy a zero turn, or why won't you buy this, or why won't you buy that? I don't buy it until it makes sense. You see what I'm saying? I don't buy it until I seriously need it. And sometimes even when I need it, I still try to find a way to get around it so I can prolong it, until it just get to the point where I'll be like, okay, I can't do it no more. I'm gonna have to go get it, and I go get it. I mean, I run this like a business. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to look good for people. I'm not trying to impress anybody because they don't care. Trust me, they don't care. They want you to do their car and get the hell off their property. They don't want you to come back until the car's dirty again, and that's how I do it. They don't care what type of equipment and stuff you got. I'm gonna ask y'all guys these questions. Have anybody asked you what type of generator you have? Unless it was just a person that camps or into stuff like that, but on the regular, does anybody ask you about your equipment or your chemicals or anything? I doubt it. They don't care. I see you, Michael Jackson. Yeah, and sometimes them full details can take longer, man. Just depends on the condition of the vehicle. I don't do any, Mike. Man, I don't even do my hobbies anymore, man. I don't do anything right now, man. But uh, hopefully soon I'll be able to start doing that. Yeah, Groupon is good. Being on Groupon is good. Yep, Facebook, Instagram, all that is good. All that will bring you because you want to get leads. You want to be working. You want to be working because why? If you're moving, that's how the opportunities come in. Being seen, working, being seen, driving here, driving there, people seeing you work, generate interest. That opens up doors for opportunities. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you want. Um, like I said, I mean, I did cars for cheap. I did. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did, and a lot of people, you know, tell you that they're doing. A lot of people tell you that they're doing. Oh, I've charged this and I charge that and I do this and I do that, and they're not. Trust me, they're not. I pay attention. Like I just watch people. I watch. Uh, I look at your post. You know, some people that I follow or that follow me or whatever. I look at your post and I pay attention. And everybody is not doing like they say. Yeah, I can tell. I can tell. Like if I look at your equipment and your equipment looks fresh and clean and brand new, you're not working. I'm just saying. Like I see people with lawnmowers all nice and clean and fresh looking and everything. You're not working. You're not working. If you are working, you're doing a few jobs a week, at least, maybe 2, 3 jobs a week, and you got time to go to a car wash and spray your stuff off. Other than that, you're not working. Every piece of equipment I got, from all the work that I do, all the moving and shaking I do, man, they got scratches and bumps and dings and rusted and everything because I'm working. Everybody that's busting their ass like me, their equipment be looking the same way. When your stuff looking all nice and clean, and you take a nice little picture of your little steamer, your VX5000, you got it positioned all nice and everything, I be like, yeah, you ain't working. You ain't working. You just showing off your equipment. I just keeping it real. Wet mobile detail, I see you. Right, they don't care, man. They just want their car clean. The only time I felt the type of way if I didn't get a tip, the only way I felt a certain way if I got a tip is when I wasn't charging enough. If I wasn't charging enough and the car's trashed, I probably felt the way, but they're not obligated to give you tips. Keep it professional. If you feel that way, if you ever feel that way, make it to where you don't feel that way anymore. And that means going up on your prices. So if your prices are up there, the tip is in there anyway. It don't matter. You see what I'm saying? So, the thing is that you want to work on yourself. You want to work on you. You want to work on this. If this ain't right, I don't care what you do out there. It's not going to work. This has to be right. Your thought process, the way you see things, the way you think, this got to be right. You see what I'm saying? If I feel a certain way and I don't like it, it's because of me. It's because of nobody else. It's because of me. I feel this way because I made myself feel this way. So I got to figure how to make myself not feel this way. You know, don't get it. I used to get upset, and everything I'm telling you guys is from experience. I'm not talking about nobody in particular. Don't get offended if you think I'm talking about you. Yeah, you know what? I don't care if you get offended. I just keep it right, I don't care. But I'm not talking about nobody. But the thing is that everything that I'm talking about is the things that I used to do. That's why I can talk about it. You see what I'm saying? I used to get upset when people try to negotiate my prices. I used to let them make me cut my prices low. It was two reasons. The reason that I knew I was doing it is because I didn't want a confrontation. I didn't want a confrontation. I didn't want to make anybody upset. That's didn't want a confrontation. Okay. Second reason is because deep down inside, I didn't realize it until I had to do an assessment of myself. I didn't feel I deserved it. Deep down inside, I didn't. So that's why I would let them do that, and that's why I would do prices like that and stuff like that. Now, in the beginning, I did do those prices to get my foot in the door, but I held on to them prices for too long. I was at them prices for way too long, and I was afraid to change those prices from confrontation of people not wanting to deal with me. Oh, come on, man, what you going up? Oh, I'm not dealing with you no more. And I didn't feel like I was worth it. Even though I did good work and it was clean, I didn't feel like I was worth it. Because if I felt like I was worth it, I would have went up on my prices. I had to be honest with myself. You can lie to everybody else. You can be, but you got to be honest with yourself. You shouldn't lie to anybody, but if it was lie to you, I lie to you before I lie to myself. You see what I'm saying? So, that's that's the reason. And that's why I can talk to you guys about this, because I know it firsthand, because I did it. Yeah, I know. You 25, I know. I mean, I did the same thing. I played. I played more than I worked. I worked hard and I played, but I played. And like I said, think about it. You're almost half my age. So just imagine me playing from 25 up until now. You're gonna get tired. Hey, you're 25 years old and you're gonna experience it for yourself. And you're gonna, as you get older, you're gonna start to see that that nothing changes. It's the same, man. I'm telling you, the things that you did, we did the same thing. You know, um, I did the same thing. I played around, I had fun, I did my thing. But as you get older, you're gonna see that that's not worth anything. You're gonna start to see that you wasted time. You're gonna start to see that you wasted time, and um, like I said, man, when you got mouths to feed, when you got people that depend on you, you don't have time for all that stuff. Now, I mean, I do have fun here and there. I hang out with my friends, this and that. But like as far as like, I used to ride bikes, four wheelers, all that type of stuff. Like I'll hop on my Banshee every now and again. But again, man, my mindset is on my business, and a couple more years of putting this, I can play all I want. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. You're thinking about right now, instant gratification. See, I'm not thinking. I've done all that. You're thinking about right now. I'm thinking about 10 years, 20 years from now. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, don't get me wrong. Have your fun. Do what you want to do. Everybody has to have their own experience. I'm not going to tell you not to have fun. Go have fun, because I did at 25. You're damn right I did. But looking back, I wish I would have slowed down in my 30s. And, it wasn't until 35 till I said, okay, I got to get something going. I need to, because I was just working jobs. I always wanted to run a business. I always wanted to do my own thing. It wasn't until I was 35 till I said, okay, let me stop playing around and start doing my thing. And and I'm talking about I've had a lot of success, and I was just always wondered if I would have started a little earlier, But you can't dwell on that. It is what it is. Everything happened for a reason. But I don't want to spend too early. You know what? I've never done anything in Florence. I used to live in Florence. I haven't done anything in Florence. I don't go that far out. That's too far. But I don't go that far for lawn care, but I'll go out there for detailing. I'll go out there, but I ain't been out there ever. Right, but I'm about to get off of here, y'all, man. Just wanted to hop on here for a minute, man. Just hadn't had time to jump on. I'll be working on the videos. I'll probably start editing. Like when I get off this live, I'll start putting uploading the clips and everything. Just try to plan out how I'm gonna do this video. But again, man, ask yourself, are you worth it? If you don't feel like you worth it, work with yourself. You know, take an inventory of yourself. It's not about how good you detail. It's not about all that. It's up here. It's up here. Once you get yourself, once you can control yourself and get yourself together, and you can be honest with yourself and admit your flaws to yourself and admit where you're lacking at yourself and get better at that, that's when you're gonna be worth it. Cause like right now, like I said, I don't go back and forth about my prices. The other day I gave someone a price. Oh, can you take $5 off? I said no. I said no, I can't. That's it. You know, People's gonna try. I mean, come on, $5. That person just want to see if they can get you to go down. $5 shouldn't make or break a detail, but if I give you a price, I'm not going down because that he would not ask. He would not ask. Uh, he wouldn't go to Walmart and go buy a big screen TV and say, "Could y'all take $5 off?" He's not gonna do that. So the thing is that whatever you got going on inside of you, make sure you fix that so you can get out here and make your money. You know, go to my website. Website is www.aaprofessionalservices.com. My packages and my prices are there. AA Professional Services with the S. aaprofessionalservices.com. Or you can look at my Facebook, my business page, A&A Professional Services. My prices are there too. Yeah, I just talked to Sporty before I went live. I just talked to Sporty. So, yeah, everybody's still doing their thing, man. It's just that everybody's still doing their thing. It's just like everybody's busy. We still talk. We still doing our thing. It's like everybody just moving around, doing their thing, chasing their goals, chasing their dreams. And so, man, but we'll be linking back up soon. Do something for y'all soon. But I can't give y'all a date because I gotta wait on Sporty, you know. But we all busy. Everybody's moving around. Everybody's moving around. Everybody's got their own ideas and their own thing, you know. And so you guys should be focusing on focusing on yourselves and making yourselves better. And it's all up here. I can't stress that enough. It's all up here because if you guys have been, watching YouTube, all those guys that was on YouTube making videos and doing this and doing that, and talk for a year, you ain't seen them. They ain't got this right up here. You know, I understand you guys get inspired. You see videos, you see people, you get inspired, and you're like, wow, I want to detail. I want to make videos. I want to do that. Make sure that's really what you want to do, and not that you getting inspired by seeing someone else doing it. Make sure that's really what you want to do. Make sure you know that it's gonna be hard. Make sure that you're not gonna that you don't have to have instant gratification because a lot of us we want that instant gratification. It's just like when you put something on social media and within 30 seconds you get thumbs up. Bing, 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 bing. You get thumbs up. And you're like, oh, the instant gratification. Well, when you start your business, it's not going to be like that. You know, you may promote your stuff and nobody says anything. You may put your stuff on YouTube, do a YouTube video, 0 views. You know, you sitting there clicking and refreshing, it's still saying 0. That can happen. You know, be sure that you can put the work in. You know, make sure that you can put the work in and my bad, y'all. Yeah, so make sure that you're able to put the work in and do what you have to do. Don't be, that's the thing. This generation is that instant gratification. And if they don't get the instant gratification, they're ready to quit and do something else. It's gonna take time. I mean, I was talking to Sporty earlier today, and another friend of mine was telling me to. It was kind of like those little. It's kind of like just whatever they trying to get me. I'm not gonna go into all that, but what they was trying to get me to do. I'm sorry. It sounded like it was a pyramid scheme, and I told this person, I said I've been in, I tried many types of different things to make money, and I said one thing that always was consistent was that anything that I did that I was successful at, I had to put in the work. Like I never done something June 1st and by June 30th I made a lot of money. Never. That's never happened. Unless it's drugs or something like that. And even now, people not making a lot of money selling drugs. It's only a few people that's making a lot of money doing that. So I don't care what it is. If you get a job that paid a lot of money, you had to go through a lot to get that job. Either you had to go to college, go to school, something. You went through a lot. You're not just gonna give somebody $500 and then a month from now you get $4,000 or $5,000. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And if it does happen that way, as fast as you got it, that's as quick as someone can take it away from you. But if you build your stuff brick by brick, day by day, dollar by dollar, you build that strong foundation, it's going to be hard for somebody to take it down. It's not going to be easy for somebody to take it down. I'm about to get. Oh, for you new guys that just hopped on, if it's your first time being on my live, uh, go and join the New Wave Facebook group by ANA. New Wave by ANA. Go to Facebook, just type in New Wave by ANA. You're gonna see You're gonna see a new wave. You're gonna see a wave with the words New Wave in it, and you're gonna also see my logo, ANA, in the middle of that new wave. Go join now. I'm accepting everybody. That way, if y'all got questions, if you want to post your pictures, show off your work, whatever, you can go there and do that. We're at, I think, 420 something members right now. Started about 3 months ago, so it's growing pretty fast. It's at 400 members already. I'm trying to get out before the end of this month. Hopefully, we can make that happen. But go over there and join it, and I'll catch you guys in the future, man. Shouts out to the New Wave. Peace.